over 20 lakh rupees. I mean, just let that number sink in for a second. More than 2 million rupees. For most people, that's a down payment on a house, or maybe the total budget for an entire 4-year university degree. But what if I told you that in certain highly exclusive corners of the country, this absolutely staggering figure isn't for college and it definitely isn't for real estate. It's the annual cost for just one single year of high school. We are talking about an educational tier so elite, the financial scale almost defies belief. Welcome to The Explainer, inside India's most expensive schools. I am so pumped to guide you through this today because we're looking at a truly fascinating data set. It maps out the absolute pinnacle of educational wealth in India. We're going to break down the top 10 most expensive schools in the country. We'll look at exactly where they are, how long they've been commanding these kinds of premiums, and what the data tells us about the booming business of absolute prestige. Section 1. The price of elite education. Okay, let's dive into this by figuring out exactly what we're looking at here. When we talk about elite education in this ultra-specific bracket, we aren't just talking about, good teachers and nice classrooms. We are looking at a completely different baseline of cost and a very specific type of educational model. Because every single institution on this top 10 list shares one vital, totally non-negotiable trait. They are all boarding schools. Literally every single one. And that tells us immediately that at this price point, you aren't just paying for an education, you're paying for a total 24/7 ecosystem. You're paying for your child to live, breathe, and network within these highly exclusive campuses. And if we look at the schools clustering in the bottom half of this top 10, places like Welham Boys, Welham Girls, Ecole Globale, and Kodaikanal International, their unique selling proposition is heavily rooted in this complete immersion. You are essentially buying an alternate reality for your child, a completely self-contained world of pristine facilities and peer connections that last a lifetime. To really wrap our heads around the scale of this list, we got to look at the absolute floor. Just getting a foot in the door of this top 10 requires a minimum entry fee of 12 lakh rupees annually. That spot belongs to Jaypee International School, located in Noida, Uttar Pradesh, number 10 on the list, and it already sets an incredibly high financial bar. It really shows us that urban capital region proximity comes at an immense premium. But as we move up this list, the geography gets even more interesting. Moving right along to Section 2, where are these schools? So if you've got this kind of immense educational wealth, where exactly is it concentrated across the vast geography of India? You might guess it's spread evenly across major metropolises like Mumbai or Delhi, right? Well, the data reveals a very different story, and this brilliantly illustrates what I mean. Just look at this concentration. Out of the 10 most expensive schools in the entire country, 4 of them are located in exactly the same city, Dehradun, Uttarakhand. We have the Doon School at the top, Welham Boys School at 15.5 lakhs, Welham Girls School right behind it offering a dual legacy option at 15 lakhs, and the Ecole Global International Girls School at 13 lakhs. Dehradun is essentially holding a monopoly on elite education. It is without a doubt the undisputed capital of the premium boarding school experience in India. But if we look just beyond Dehradun, another super distinct geographic trend pops up. These ultra-expensive schools heavily favor historic, scenic hill stations. We see Woodstock School up in Missouri. Down south in Tamil Nadu, we've got the Good Shepherd International School in Ooty and the Kodaikanal International School in Kodaikanal. There's a really clear pattern here. Absolute premium education in India has historically been tied to the extreme isolation, the cool climate, and just the unparalleled scenic beauty of the mountains. The unique selling point for these campuses is their deliberate distance from the chaos, the pollution, and the distractions of typical urban centers. All right, Section 3, legacy versus modern luxury. When parents are dropping these massive checks, what exactly is the huge draw? Are they paying for deep historical roots, or are they paying for cutting-edge modern luxury? The data shows a fascinating split. Think about the sheer span of time we're dealing with here. On one hand, you have the oldest institution on our list, Woodstock School, established way back in 1854. I mean, that is pre-rebellion, colonial-era history. But on the exact same top 10 list, you have Harrow International School in Bengaluru, which just opened its doors in 2023. Harrow proves that a school doesn't necessarily need centuries of local legacy to charge top-tier fees. If it brings a massive, globally recognized brand name to a modern tech hub like Bengaluru, it can instantly command 17.5 lakhs a year. But honestly, Harrow is totally the exception to the rule here. Just look at this timeline. 1854 for Woodstock, 1875 for Mayo College, 1901 for Kodaikanal, and the 1930s giving us the Doon School and the Welham schools. The vast majority of India's most expensive education is deeply, deeply tied to historical legacy institutions. You are paying to place your child into a century-old alumni network. You're buying into a heritage that has survived multiple generations. Which brings us to Section 4, India's 5 most expensive. Let's move to the most exclusive territory of all and see how this builds. We've seen the floor, we've seen the locations, and we've checked out the history. Now it's time to count down the top half of our list, the top 5 most expensive schools in the nation. Coming in at number 5 is Mayo College, located in Ajmer, Rajasthan. Established in 1875, this is a legacy institution offering a unique proposition deeply tied to royal heritage, and it commands a massive minimum of 16.5 lakh rupees annually. At number 4, we've got our modern outlier, the Harrow International School in Bengaluru. Like we noted earlier, this campus was only established in 2023, yet it immediately jumps almost to the very top of the list, charging 17.5 lakh rupees per year for its premium boarding experience. It's a true testament to the power of a global brand moving into a booming tech hub. Continuing the climb, the number 3 spot takes us right back to the hill stations, Good Shepherd International School in Ooty, Tamil Nadu. Established in 1977, its core USP really leverages the pristine, isolated environment of the Nilgiri Hills. This breathtaking geography allows them to push the financial boundary even closer to the ultimate ceiling, coming in at a staggering 18.5 lakh rupees approximately per year. And for our runner-up, the second most expensive school in India, it's actually the oldest one on our list, Woodstock School in Missouri. With its roots dating all the way back to 1854, this institution holds incredibly strong pricing power today, asking for approximately 19 lakh rupees annually. We are now incredibly close to that massive 20 lakh threshold that we talked about at the very beginning of the explainer. So the absolutely crucial point here is, who breaks the ceiling? The absolute peak of our list, claiming the title of the most expensive school in India, is the Doon School. Located right in the heart of that Dehradun educational monopoly we discussed, and established in 1935. It absolutely shatters the 20 lakh barrier, coming in at an astonishing 21 lakh rupees or more every single year. It stands entirely alone at the very top of this financial mountain. Finally, Section 5, the ultimate dream school. So, we've navigated through this whole world where education totally crosses over into the realm of elite luxury, deep legacy, and highly exclusive geography. From the 1850s to the 2020s, from the hills of Ooty to the valleys of Dehradun, these institutions represent an immense financial investment in a highly curated 24/7 environment. Looking at these bastions of extreme prestige, it's honestly hard not to wonder about the worlds behind those gates. Is it the royal heritage of Mayo and Rajasthan that appeals to you? The century-old mountain legacy of Woodstock? Or maybe the modern global appeal of Harrow? If money were absolutely no object, and you could rewind the clock, which one was your dream to be in? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next deep dive.